Voyagers. Carriers of humanity's whisper in the endless darkness that stretches between the stars, silence has reigned for billions of years. And into that silence, humanity released two fragile creations, small machines carrying sparks of our imagination. They are called Voyager 1 and Voyager 2. They were not born in the heavens but in laboratories and workshops on Earth. Built by scientists, engineers, and dreamers who believed that human hands could send something beyond the sun's reach. Launched in the late 1970s, long before the internet, long before the world was tied together by instant signals, the Voyagers carried more than instruments. They carried the ambition of a species longing to see farther than ever before. Their journey began with a rare cosmic opportunity. A planetary alignment that comes only once every 176 years. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune were strung across space like stepping stones, allowing the Voyagers to use gravity itself as their pathway. In August 1977, Voyager 2 rose into the Florida sky. Weeks later, Voyager 1 followed, moving faster and destined to overtake its sibling. Few imagined they would become humanity's most distant travelers. Their path revealed wonders. At Jupiter, they saw storms wider than Earth, volcanic moons spitting fire into the void, and oceans hidden beneath shells of ice. At Saturn, they unveiled the delicate brilliance of the rains, and Titan, a world wrapped in orange haze with seas of liquid methane. Voyager 2 went further, the only spacecraft to visit Uranus and Neptune. It showed Uranus tipped sideways, pale and strange, and Neptune's fierce winds carving storms faster than anything on Earth. Triton, Neptune's icy moon, erupted with geysers beneath a frozen sky. Worlds that had once been dots in a telescope became places with landscapes, weather, and mysteries of their own. But the Voyagers carried something even greater than science. They carried a message, a record of Earth. The Golden Record. A disc of copper, plated in gold, meant as a time capsule for the universe. On it were greetings in dozens of languages, sounds of nature, the heartbeat of a human, the crash of waves, the rumble of thunder. There was music from around the globe, classical symphonies, folk songs, and rock and roll. Images too. Mountains, rivers, trees, diagrams of our DNA, even a map showing where our solar system lies among the stars. It was a declaration. We were here, we dreamed, we reached outward. This turned the Voyagers into more than spacecraft. They became ambassadors of Earth itself, emissaries carrying our memory into the cosmos. As their cameras shut down and their planetary encounters ended, they entered a new role, no longer explorers but wanderers. Their antennas stayed fixed on the faint blue dot of Earth, even as they drifted into the unknown. Now they sail through interstellar space, beyond the protection of the sun's magnetic shield. They sample the thin plasma between the stars, listen to cosmic rays, and return faint treasures of data from regions no human creation has ever reached. But their power fades. Each year, more instruments go silent. One day, their signals will vanish. Earth will know its farthest messengers have gone dark. Voyagers. The eternal journey, yet their journey will continue. Even when their signals fade and their voices fall silent, the Voyagers will still move onward. They will no longer speak to Earth, but they will keep traveling, quietly, faithfully, across the deep ocean of space. They are no longer measured in human time. Their voyage will not be counted in years or centuries, but in the lifespans of stars and the shifting of galaxies. Long after the continents of Earth have broken apart and rejoined, long after oceans have risen and disappeared, long after languages and cultures have been forgotten, these two fragile machines will remain. Drifting, untouched, carrying the memory of a world that once was. One day, our sun will swell into a red giant, its light burning hotter and brighter until it strips Earth of its oceans and air. The blue planet that gave the Voyagers life will be reduced to a barren husk, and eventually, nothing at all. But the Voyagers will survive that future. They will be out there still, two tiny messengers untouched by catastrophe, carrying voices, sounds, and songs from a world that no longer exists. Tens of thousands of years from now, Voyager 1 will drift near another star system. In 40,000 years, it will brush past the faint glow of a star called Gliese 445. Voyager 2 will follow its own path, gliding near another in about 300,000 years. By then, Earth's skies will be unrecognizable. The constellations we know, Orion, the Big Dipper, Cassiopeia, will have shifted beyond recognition, their patterns rewritten by time. The familiar guides of our night will be gone, but the Voyagers will keep sailing, steady and indifferent to the passing of ages. And there lingers a mystery. What if they are found? Perhaps one day, in the far future, another intelligence will intercept them. It could be beings not of Earth, civilizations evolved around distant suns, listening, searching, just as we do now. Or perhaps, impossibly far into the future, it may be our own descendants, scattered across the galaxy, rediscovering the ancient relics of their ancestors. Whoever holds them will unlock a treasure, a golden disc carrying greetings in 55 languages, the sounds of Earth's forests and oceans, music from every corner of our world, and the etched images of mountains, rivers, animals, and people. They will hear laughter. They will hear a heartbeat. They will hear Earth saying, in many tongues, "You are not alone." The golden record turned the Voyagers into more than spacecraft. They became time capsules of our world, messages written not to ourselves but to the universe. They carry proof that, once, a small civilization on a pale blue planet dared to dream beyond its sky. That is the true legacy of the Voyagers. Not only the science they delivered, not only the breathtaking images of planets and moons, but the truth they embody. That humanity, though fragile and brief, can reach beyond itself. That we can leave behind a mark that will last longer than any empire, longer even than the Earth itself. In a way, the Voyagers are the first seeds of humanity scattered into the cosmos. They are our opening note in a much longer symphony. If one day, humanity sails outward among the stars, the Voyagers will be remembered as the first to make that journey, our quiet pioneers, lighting the way. They remind us that we too are travelers. Our lives, compared to theirs, are short, sparks in the darkness. Yet like them, we can leave something behind. A memory. A song. A story. Something that whispers across time, long after we are gone. As long as the golden records endure, as long as those two small spacecraft continue their endless drift, the story of Earth will not be lost. It will be carried through the galaxy, etched in gold, waiting in silence, singing forever across eternity.